Welcome into the Locked and Loaded podcast. I am your host, Brady Locke, and today on episode 1, I am joined by two very special guests. To the left of me, we have Ethan Gates, and to the right of me, Daniel Offerchuk. These are two of my best friends, and is it a pleasure to have them on the very first episode. So today we have a terrific set of topics set for you guys here today, and without further ado, how are you guys today?
Doing perfect,
I'm doing
Brady.
pretty good. How about you?
We're doing pretty good. I'll let you introduce yourself first, Dan.
My name is Daniel Offerchuk. I am 20 years old in a few days. I'm a Christian, saved by grace through faith, and I sports bet. That's my job.
Lovely.
All right. I'm Ethan. I'm 18. I went to high school with both of them. They both left me, but I'm still just kicking around.
Yes, sir. All right, so we'll start things off, as we do here on the Locked and Loaded podcast, with a little bit of warm-up about sports talk. So let's just kind of get started. NHL NBA playoffs are going on right now. Daniel, you want to give us your input on the NHL playoffs as a Leafs fan?
Finally, the Leafs here. They've got a solid goalie tandem and Joseph Wall and Anthony Stolarz, even though Sam Bennett has just put our goalie into concussion protocol. We need a suspension immediately. But the decor looks great. Mitch Marner has dad strength now, and I think it's looking like the year.
You know, I did just watch the Sam Bennett collision, and it really, to me, it didn't look that bad.
It wasn't even intentional.
It looked like he barely touched him, and his head just exploded.
You know, he's done this before. He is a rat. The entire team is a bunch of rats, and nothing ever happens because they're the face of the league.
Apparently. Ethan, let's get your take on the NBA playoffs. Who do you think is going to take it this year?
I think Boston's going to repeat, actually.
That is a
I
crazy
just have a
take.
little hunch, like I do, like with the Stars the other day.
Yeah, this guy really likes the Dallas Stars, but is that your pick for
They're
the
going
NHL?
all the way, too.
Yeah, I mean, last night in the NBA, I watched the end of the Nuggets-Thunder game, and that was absolutely terrible. Chet Holmgren could not make a free throw, and he sold the entire game for the Thunder. I think the Thunder do come out pretty strong in that series, though.
I think the
Yeah.
Thunder are taking the crown.
Thunder are going to
Honestly, probably Thunder in 5, but we'll see.
Jokic might get one more. You can never count him
Yeah,
out.
you never know. But, yeah. What are your take on Scotty Scheffler? I mean, I know you, did you bet on him this weekend?
I did not bet on him this
Really?
weekend. The one weekend I don't bet on him.
He won by 9.
Ties records, but he's a great guy. I think overall, if he can just lock down his putting, he's by far the best player on the planet. And I love how he always shares his faith, and really that's the center of his
You're a very big Scotty
career.
Scheffler guy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, what is your take on LeBron? Do you think he's going to retire this year? I know you're a
I
big
think,
LeBron guy.
I think he wants to play with Bryce, honestly. Because
Really?
Bryce is he's going to college this year, right?
So
So if he
be
just
2
waits,
years.
he'll
Yeah,
do the nepotism thing again, get that all going, and
having Bryce and Bronny as 2 of your roster spots probably isn't the best choice, but
when you're that good at basketball, though,
yeah,
you can do it.
I suppose.
Through one season, do you think the Bryce pick or the Bronny pick has worked out?
Not one bit. Well, I mean,
Better than most people would
I
probably think.
figure by the time LeBron leaves, they'll just send him packing as well, because
I
unless he
think
gets better.
If you compare him to people drafted around him, he's doing a whole lot better than them.
Yeah, I think he just needs to stay in the G League, and
But there's also more attention on him
Yeah.
as well.
that's true. Yeah, so I mean, the three of us, we kind of met through high school, right? And sports kind of brought us together. So could we kind of talk about our best moments, or like the real girth of the high school sport atmosphere
Definitely
that
our-
brought us together, you know?
I think definitely our best moment in sports together was when we won that soccer championship, because that team was so good.
Yeah,
Like only one goal against in the whole league play is kind of.
that was last year.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. I mean, we took down Simcoe, and we won the entire AB Chan for the first time ever, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because we were a double A school, or no,
We're
we're
single
single
A.
A, and they're triple.
No,
Or
they're just double.
They're double. So that means we're lower because we have way less students than they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty impressive. And then we went to Kawasa.
And got absolutely robbed with the
and,
fields.
Yeah, they had the terrible small fields that just...
Whoever was organizing that event should have been fired immediately
Yeah.
and never welcome back then.
Yeah.
We're going there again.
I was going to say, is that where it's going to
Yeah.
be? Because that's what he told me the other day. Yikes.
For the viewers, this experience at Aaron for Kwasa, it was like you were playing on children's-sized fields.
Yeah.
I scored from
Like-
half, so that's all you really need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
But I think we do need to talk about the one man that kind of is just the center of all of us, and Coach Jason Van
Oh
Voss.
my goodness.
The guy just brought us all together, and he's just a tremendous coach. Coached us soccer, basketball, I mean, those were probably my two most into it sports.
Yeah.
And he really made it a great experience for us, I think. Tremendous coach.
Mm-hmm.
Witnessing his coaching firsthand, I must say, as the years went on, he became much better, and I want to personally congratulate him.
There you go.
Um,
I hope you're
becoming
watching me.
a top tier coach and unlocking our full potentials. And yeah,
He really just gets you going. He gets you fired up in a way that you don't expect. He's not the coach you expect, but he's the coach you want and the coach you need.
yeah,
There
exactly.
you go. How is he this year? Is he still
He's good.
great? I mean, we watched him the other day,
He was fired
and
up.
he was fired up at the Delhi
chirping the
coach.
other. Yeah,
Love to see that from him. Sometimes I wish he would have brought that fire out more. Just gets the whole team going, in my opinion. But yeah, actually, as you can see on my shirt here, this is a photo from basketball, a custom shirt of the three of us. And that was at Kawasa 2 years ago,
Walkerton.
Walkerton. Or was that
Was
last
that-
year?
that was
No,
last
that would have been
last
last
year,
year. That would've
yeah.
been last year. That was my last basketball game of high school. Very sad time, but we had a great season. And basketball for me was probably one of my favorite moments of high school, because I mean, I never played like basketball outside of high school, and then I played on the team in grade 9. I wasn't very good. The team was pretty bad.
awful.
And then COVID happened, and we were able to kind of just blossom. And then I got a lot more confidence personally. I don't know about you guys, but it made me into a much
Definitely.
better player.
Like, you've seen it. Like, when you come watch me this year,
Yeah.
I was way better than before.
Exactly.
Because basketball is the whole reason I even went to
Yeah.
Waterford in the first place. And then my first year, I was pretty bad, honestly. I won't lie. I was the worst player on the team. I had 1 point the entire
No.
year.
1 point in the championship, though. The championship free throw. The pressure was on.
And then I was kind of like, maybe I made the wrong decision coming here trying to play. Like, I'm not even good. But then, like,
No.
I got a bigger role.
Yeah.
And then I just led the team in
You were the
points this
spark
year.
plug, man.
So,
All you needed was an opportunity.
Exactly.
yeah.
And
As soon as
Jason Vanderbilt.
As soon as Jason Vanderbilt started drawing up plays for me, I knew I made it.
This is turning into a Jason Vanderbilt's Glaze session. Yeah, but high school sports, we also played volleyball quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about that a little bit if you want.
Mostly frustrating throughout all of high school.
Yeah.
Because extremely talented team. We just could not put it together at
Yeah.
all. And I won't say any reasons, but we needed to have much better chemistry. And overall disappointing. But it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. That was the first sport that I played, I think, in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the start of the season. And we missed out on football for that. So sad times regretting that we played football. But
That we didn't play football.
Yeah.
yeah.
You were good, too.
I know, I wish I played more, but
How was your grade 13 season of football?
my grade 13 season of football, fantastic. I was playing safety, and I think I averaged a pick a game. And then in the final game, playing the top team, they put me in wide receiver for 1 rep, and the guy catches the game-winning touchdown. Humbly, that was probably a
Absolute
fantastic moment.
cinema.
Absolute cinema. Yeah, man. But yeah, other than that, played golf in high school. Did you play golf?
I did not play
Didn't
golf
play
in high
golf,
school.
yeah.
I got started too late.
Yeah, played golf in high school. That was good. Dumoulin, great guy. Dumoulin was your
Yeah.
badminton coach.
Yeah, he is a great guy.
He was my math teacher.
He's the
Yeah.
math teacher extraordinaire, that guy. Gives the best advice.
Very
All-
chill. Won't yell at you, but just
all-
trying to uplift you.
Mhm.
Great guy.
All around stud. Yeah, as we move forward here, we also in our time played sports outside of high school. So like me and Ethan, kind of how we met was minor hockey.
Yeah, we did that for a long time, right?
Did that for a long time. We were never really that close, but we played on the same team quite a bit. And then I don't know. I guess we didn't get close until
Until I came back.
you came back, and then we actually had a English class together because that was the only class you could really get,
Yeah.
right? Because you were a transfer student.
Yeah.
So he switched into a grade 12 English when he was in grade 11, but we were in grade 12, and that's kind of how we met. And then, can you tell the Christian story? I'd love to hear the Christian
So,
story.
one day we were just in the car, and Dan was like, we were listening to a Christian Gates song, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Daniel was like, Ethan, I used to think your name was Christian because of this. Because, like, when I was in that class with you guys, I don't know if you'd really remember, but I'd kind of just, like, sit in the corner by myself
Yeah.
and not really say anything because I was so shy. Like, I didn't know anybody. And then what happened was the one day I wanted to come sit beside, I don't remember who, but then I got, like, kicked out. And then your sister Grace was like, you can come sit with us.
What a good person. You kind of do look like a Christian, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He definitely
No.
could.
Like you have the face of a Christian. Yeah. But then after that, we all kind of just like eventually formed a nice little trio. We would hang out at lunch all the time.
Yeah, the little like Chell and Madden
Yeah.
tournaments.
We'd go to, because he lived right beside the school. We'd just go to his house for lunch. It was good. It was great times. Build a nice friendship off of
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And where would we be today? But yeah, it's crazy how me and Ethan played hockey together like this whole time, and we were never really that close. But then we eventually got close, and then
Yeah.
that kind of leads us into eventually we played ball hockey.
Yeah.
We actually played youth ball hockey. I think we played against each other. a couple
Yeah, we
times.
did.
We were never on the same team
No.
because again we weren't that close. But then eventually we got on the same team in the later years. And
Back with
then-
like Peyton.
yeah, Josh Novelli.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh Novelli. Yeah, but we eventually outgrew the youth leagues. So the youth leagues go till, what is it, 17?
Yeah.
17. So then we started, actually no, Ilya Kramer, the guy, Ilya Kramer, started a men's ball hockey team called the Mad Hatters. And I was lucky enough to play with Ilya in youth once. And that was enough, I guess, for him to ask me to join the team. And I was so thankful because I don't think I ever would have played ball hockey again. And now ball hockey is like a huge part of my life. So then I played ball hockey on that team. It was an E division. So they have divisions where it's like B's the highest, C, D, E. So we were in the lowest division. And just a men's league, having fun, but it's also really competitive. So we eventually won the championship. We moved up a league to D. And then that's when we had to recruit some more guys because we lost a couple. We needed some more. So then eventually I recruited Ethan because I knew this guy's big ball hockey guy. Let's get him on the team. And he brought his buddy Braden. Shout out Pogo.
Shout out Braden.
Yeah, so they came on the team. And we did all right in our first season of D, but D's a lot different from E. And then eventually we called up Dan, and Dan is on the squad now too.
Yeah.
What's your hockey experience, Dan?
Absolutely nothing. A backyard rink. That's about it. And then I guess now ball hockey.
Yeah.
This is my second season. Gates left us.
Gates left us this season. I mean, Gates, can you tell the audience why you left the team? Because we still don't know why.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I just get like frustrated after playing. Like I felt like I could do better,
Yeah.
and I knew I was gonna be busy with soccer. Soccer has been a lot this year. Like it's like every day consistently. So
It's understandable because when I was playing soccer last year, practice would finish like 4:35.
Yeah.
And then I'd have ball hockey maybe 7:30. That gives me like an hour.
And now that I have a bigger role, like
Yeah.
I'm way more tired after.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting on the bench for you.
So, so you know what? It's understandable. It's understandable. I can't hate you for that, but I hope one day you come back to the team because we miss you.
Yeah.
But we're doing all right this season. We're going into playoffs right now. Dan's on a hot streak. Guy got all of his goals last week.
Couldn't end the season with abysmal stats, you know.
Just really, really improving. Just all around great ball hockey player. Two-way forward is what we call him. Yeah.
Because Elliot doesn't play any defense.
That's crazy. But from ball hockey there, that kind of sums up the sport realm of all of us, I think. Did I miss anything that we've done in our time?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, nowadays, because we're retired, we like to play a lot of golf.
True.
You two like to play a lot of golf.
Yeah. I mean, I can throw up Ethan's highlights for the fans. I have a couple videos in my back pocket, but yeah, we like to golf. We're probably gonna golf after this, honestly.
Hopefully.
Because why not? But golf has become it's very peaceful, and it also allows me to get a little competitive edge out when I wager Dan, and we just have a good time. Right, Dan?
It's a great time.
Yeah. Can we talk about the time when me and you broke our clubs simultaneously on back-to-back holes?
Oh, yes, absolutely. This was at Port Dover Golf Club.
Yep.
I think it's the 11th hole, is it? The par 3?
Yep, the par 3.
Yeah. So there's a pond right before the green, but there's still a landing area before even the pond, but that's like 20 yards away. I proceed to chunk my pitching wedge 20 into the landing area, so I'm all pissed off about that. And then, as you might imagine, it went straight into the pond the next shot. And then I may have tossed my club.
The way you tossed it, it was like a diagonal. So you hit it, and then it just snapped.
Yeah, that was quite the day. And then we move on to the very next hole.
Yeah, and I hit a dry. I pull out the big stick, and I try to nuke one down, and I think I topped it, I'm guessing. And, after I hit a bad shot, I just like to do a couple light taps on the ground. I guess I hit it a little too hard, and comes off the head of the driver. It's such a shame, but... drivers are very expensive. Golf in general is very expensive, so you don't really want to be breaking clubs. But
was that the first time you've ever broken something? Like, have you broke a stick or anything?
Oh yeah, I broke a ball hockey stick. Last year in the playoffs, we gave up an overtime goal, and I was behind the play a bit. And then they score, so I'm walking behind the net, and I just two-hand my stick off the post. Brand new stick. I literally got that stick that same week.
Didn't we go to,
we went
mall in Brantford to go get that?
We went to the mall. We went to Sport Check. I got this beautiful stick, and then I two-handed off the post, breaks. I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, "Urgh." And then I'm like, immediately, I'm like, oh.
Do you keep the warranty?
Yeah, I had the warranty, so I went back and I got the exact same stick, free of charge. So
Beauty.
Who hasn't broken a couple sticks in their days?
Yeah, exactly. It was a free rage room session. Exactly. But in sports, in life, you got to take a minute and step back and don't make any rash decisions because...
Breaking badminton rackets is where it's
at. Yeah. This guy knows. But you just got to take a step back and realize that eventually it's not worth it. 5 minutes later, you're going to be like, you're fine. Like,
it's really hard to do that sometimes, though.
It really is. And that's all about self-control. Self-control is huge. And sometimes I don't have it. Sometimes nobody has it. But if you can learn to control yourself, you can control a lot.
We just need to be like Owen Stewart. Have a
beating
stick
the
or
beating
whatever
stick.
it is.
like in golf, like
Yeah, golf.
a golf beating. Like he has it in his golf bag, and when he's mad, instead of hitting a club, he would just hit this wood off the ground. Perfectly fine. It's a great way to get it out. I honestly, I should get one. It's fantastic. Moving on. I mean, we talked a lot about sports here. I kind of want to know a little bit more, if I don't know the full story, but again, for the audience, about going into depth with your sports betting career, your financials, stocks. I know you're big into that kind of stuff, so I'll just give you a chance to talk about that.
So I guess we'll go in like chronological order here.
Sure. Yeah.
Starts off, think it is COVID. All you got to do, you have nothing to do all day because you're just locked in your house. So I start watching some YouTube, and I've always been a bit of a finance guy, but like I didn't have any plan for it. So then I start looking into stocks and investment because I don't want to work all my life and be a slave. But so then I start investing in the big thing is Nvidia, but overall just investing in the economy because you got to make your money work for you,
Mm-hmm.
And then I started doing that for other people as well, helping them out with retirements and all that. And then moves on to when I'm 19, I start being a degenerate sports gambler because of Brady Lock. Okay, not degenerate. I would bet like $1 at a time. But then I start wondering,
Is this profitable?
yeah, is it? Like, can I actually
Am I
do this?
delusional, or is this profitable?
So, I'm not profitable by myself. I'm not losing money. I'm not winning money. But then I download multiple sports books. And I think, why do these things or these different websites have different odds all the time?
Mm-hmm.
And I would always want the best price because if you're not getting the best price, you're just losing money,
Exactly.
free money. So then I looked up if there was like some sort of like tool that could help me find the best price. And then I find out this is an entire industry of people that consistently beat markets. And now I use OddsJam. It's a great tool. My affiliate code is in the description of this video. But
You
yeah.
actually have an affiliate code.
Yep, they
Oh,
gave it to
shoot.
me like a month ago. But yeah, so now it's all math. I just find the best price and anomalies. And yeah, it can be risk-free if you want. You don't make as much money, but you don't lose as much money as well. That's for people that don't want to go insane over outcomes.
Yeah.
But it's a great life. It's really it brought like just I don't want to work all the time.
Mhm.
Like I'm not lazy, but no one wants to work
Yeah.
all their days away. But this gives me a great opportunity to watch what I love, do what I love, and
It
yeah.
seems like very up and down sometimes when
Oh,
you're
it-
describing it. Like the 11K you made a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about the ups and downs of it all.
Yeah, so what would it be? March?
Yeah.
At the very end of March, won an 11K parlay. That put me at like 13 grand up on the month. And then the very next month, April, I go down 6K. And that's not my fault or anyone's fault. It's just variance and you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
But
So in that 11K parlay, was it a bunch of EVs stacked together then?
yeah.
So you put those together,
Yeah.
and then
Some people think that parlays are always unprofitable. But if you're stacking expected value is like pretty much if you expect something to happen 50% of the time and you get a price that reflects 52% of the time, you got 2% expected value.
Yeah.
So then I just stack all those together. The 11K was actually a round robin.
right,
But
they all hit.
yeah.
So
6 picks.
What was how did you decide that? However much you put on, I don't know how much you put on it, but how did you decide that was your unit size for that parlay?
So there's a Kelly calculator. It's called Kelly Criterion. And it's pretty much a big math formula. And it interprets how much risk you're taking on, but at the same time how much you can expect to make. And then it incorporates your bankroll as well. And then it will give you a number. And for that, it's kind of hard to calculate for parlays, but I placed around $400, I think it was, on that round robin.
Jeez.
They all managed to hit.
It's impressive. Impressive. Yeah, so I mean, in my time, I've learned there's ups and downs with sports betting, and that the odds jam thing is very profitable. I've seen him do wondrous things with that. But it's just another way to make money, and it definitely gives you some. If you can find a way to not have to work the treacherous Groundhog Day of a 9 to 5 all the time, and you have a little freed up,
Or even just a side hustle.
It's just a side hustle.
Most sports are at night.
Retire easy.
Yeah.
Earlier,
But you got to use your money that you make from sports betting and make sure you're using it wisely.
Gotcha.
Make sure you actually know what you're betting on too.
Yeah.
Just don't take your favorite team to win just cause.
No, you cannot have favorites in the odds jam world. You just got to drop everything and
Never bet on guys like Tyrese Halliburton.
you can fade
Chet
it.
Holmgren. Never bet on Chet Holmgren, that's for sure. Guy can't make a free throw.
Somebody learned that mistake last night.
Never bet on English Premier League legend Mark Gahey.
Yeah, so let's take us through, because I'm curious. He might be curious. These people might be curious. Take us through a day in your life.
Yeah. So I, for the older generation, I might seem very lazy because I wake up probably past 9 a.m. every day, and then I'll wake up, have a shower, have some breakfast, but then around 11 to 3, there's a whole bunch of soccer games going on. So I'm always been on those, looking for Lamine Yamal to come through for me. Shout out Gav, Cameron, Nolan, all those guys putting me on soccer. But so I watch soccer, and then during this time of year, the 3 to 6 is normally pretty open. So then I might go watch Ethan Gates play some sports.
Some soccer.
Yep.
Just a great way to spend your day.
Because I can work wherever, because it's just on my phone or computer.
Yeah.
So then I'll take that time off. And then at night, 6 to 10, either I'm betting pre-match or live. I'm just going through the motions and
You got your Norfolk Royals practices too.
Yeah, can't bet during those, but yeah, that's pretty much my day. And I'll watch sports till 1 a.m.
Yeah, I mean,
it's quite the life.
It is quite the life. It really is. It really is. Yeah. So Ethan, we're gonna move on to you. We talked a lot about Dan here. Let's. I mean, you got the Brock University hoodie on.
Yeah.
Talk us through that. Let us know what you're planning on doing here.
So, next year I'm gonna go to Brock University for sports management, which is super exciting. It looks like such a great program.
Yeah.
I can get guaranteed housing the whole time, all that. So super excited.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. I don't really know where I'm gonna go with my degree yet.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a huge deal yet.
I don't think it is either.
Because you'll learn more as you go.
100%.
I think kind of you did that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, still right now I'm learning as I go. I think this year is kind of like a transitional year, and even by the time I'm done this year, hopefully third year is where I know I want to go, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think especially going into first year, you're kind of learning the basics. You see what it's all about, and if you like it or not, and move forward from there.
I'm gonna like it. I know I like it, but
take us through your process of schools in general, your whole university application process, whatever, just so people get a better idea.
Well, for the longest time, I thought I was gonna do accounting.
Yeah.
If I had went to school this year, I probably would be in accounting right now. So
yeah.
I'm kind of glad I didn't go right away, just because I didn't end up changing my mind. But basically what I did is I just applied anywhere I saw that had it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I applied to 8 different schools. I got accepted into all of them. So I got good grades and everything. But
A little round of applause for the kid. Attaboy.
But I ended up picking Brock because
Mm-hmm.
I think I can fit in there the most,
100%. And you have a couple friends there
Yeah.
already, so that's good. Yeah. I'm very excited for you, and I'm so happy to see you succeeding.
Yeah, thank you.
Brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, so is there any? Take us through a day in your life, actually.
Day in my life.
Yeah, we did Dan's day in your life. Let's take us through your day in
Okay.
the life.
So I'll wake up at 8 in the morning. I'll get my morning coffee. Gotta have that Nespresso every day.
He's a big coffee guy.
I'll go drive over to school, get my history class done.
History.
Doing that so I can get my 6th class for this university program.
Correct.
So then I'll either go back home for a little bit or I'll go work for my uncle in Simcoe.
Tax 2000.
Tax, yeah.
The accounting extraordinaire.
And then I'll eat lunch, go back for Jason Vanderbilt's soccer class.
Oh, missed opportunity. We never got to do that.
Yeah, what a shame.
I don't know. Soccer for that long might have made me go crazy.
Because then,
but
right after that,
back to
then
back.
we're right back on the field for soccer practice. So
Ooh.
that's like sometimes 4 straight hours of just
Yeah.
playing soccer.
If I heard soccer is running one more time, I might lose my mind.
Soccer is running. Jason Vanderbilt's favorite quote. Because soccer is running, apparently. I mean, he's right, but you always got to be running.
I couldn't even finish the laps every day.
Take us through a Scottish mile, Ethan.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Take us through a Scottish mile.
So whoever starts at the back, when he blows the whistle, you have to sprint all the way to the front of the line. And
Mind you, this is like 20 guys.
yeah.
you know what, though? It's not that bad. Like, I always go to the back on
Yeah.
purpose so I can just get it done. And then it's just a nice light jog the rest of the way.
That's fair. But depends if he's like, we're doing 2 laps, we're doing 3 laps.
This isn't laps of the field either. This is
Laps like the entire property of the school.
brutal.
Good grief.
In soccer class, he's got us doing the block run, too. Got to
Oh.
run the whole block.
Grade 9 block run with James Osborne, eh?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Good times. Good times.
They were times.
So yeah, you finish up soccer practice. Then what do we do
Then I'll head to my other job after that, usually.
after? Right, and you work Foodland?
Yep.
Foodland.
3.5 years. Almost done. I like working there, so it
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
What department are you in?
Meat
The
department.
meat department.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, who trained you? Would that be
That would be Owen.
that would be Owen O'Brien.
That'd be Owen and Joe.
Oh, Joe. Just great people. But
Miss them both. But yeah.
Foodland, good shifts, good money.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's all you can ask for as a part-time
They
job.
work around everything for me the
That's the
whole time.
best.
So it was great.
Yeah.
I'll miss them, but it's time to move on.
And then what's a way you wind down during the nights?
I like to just hop on the old PlayStation a little bit.
Little PlayStation.
Run some chow.
Run some chow. Some chow clubs.
Lately I've been doing the show.
Oh, the show.
Just put my PCI on.
If you've ever played the show, you know what a PCI is. This guy does not use a PCI.
I do now.
He just does timing. It makes me so infuriated.
It's because I nuked my guy. Like, I had like 200 home runs in 40 games.
Like, how is that even
It was
fun?
perfect.
The type of person to turn off wind and golf as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, what's wrong with turning off wind in PGA Tour?
Because let's say we went out and played golf in real life,
okay,
and it's a windy day. Yeah, just turn it off real quick.
is
One
PGA Tour real life?
No,
Or is it a
but
video game?
It is a video game.
Yeah, so I
It's
can do
not
whatever I want.
satisfying when it's
Yeah.
that easy though.
It is when I beat you by 9 strokes.
Because you're used. Because you played all day.
All day is a
Anyways.
stretch.
This could turn into a big argument here, but yeah. So we got the days and the lives here. What is kind of like a big motivator for you two? I'll start with you, Dan. What's a big motivator in your life that keeps you going? Let's get deeper here.
Deeper.
Yeah, we've touched surface level. We're trying to go deeper.
I'll say the Great Commission. And that is to go out and make disciples in all the earth. And being a Christian, huge part of my life. And some people, even at this table, might not agree with it. But yeah, I truly believe that is the way, the truth, and the life, Jesus Christ. And that is our sole purpose on this planet. And everything I do is to glorify Him.
You know, that is great. That is great because we all have our motivators, and we all have our own beliefs and opinions, and that's what makes us all great in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, for you,
I
what?
wouldn't really say I'd base my life around one single person like
Yeah.
Dan kind of does, I guess.
Right.
My biggest motivator is thinking about the future, I guess. I don't want to regret things because I've done, like, there's things in the past like
Yeah.
I regret, and obviously everybody's like that. but,
100%. Couldn't agree more.
I just want to keep going, keep trying my best, put in my best effort, and I know things will turn out okay in the end, I guess.
I could not agree with you more. I think that is something I resonate with quite as well. I resonate with a lot because in my life there's been a lot of things I regret, but I try my best to never live life with regrets. Even though it's hard, there's things you want to change, but you know you can't because it's over with, done with. You look forward, and things that motivate me, I mean, again, just hoping that one day I'm just being happy, healthy, stable, in a relationship, married, have kids, have a good job. It's just, you just strive for the little things, but those little things in life are what keep you going. And I think personally, everybody needs something that they can look forward to, even if it's a short-term goal. So, for example, let's say I'm working a part-time job, and it's just day in and day out. I'm going to this job, but after that, I'm looking forward to something later in the week. Let's say it's a hangout with friends. Let's say it's a ball hockey game. Let's say it's simply just having dinner with my mom. Like, you need something to look forward to. Otherwise, these days just blend together, and it's the same thing over and over again, and you're stuck in the cycle. That's what I would say.
As long as you're happy with your cycle, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, yeah, 100%. The cycle can be great itself, but I just think you always need to have something else to kind of.
It's not a bad idea to shake it up, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you need to have those things almost separate.
You need to be growing.
Yeah.
You can't just get stuck in the same rut.
Exactly. Because that's when mental health
That's how
comes
unhappy
into it.
people start.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it where I get stuck in a cycle and I've been really unhappy, but you just have to break out of that. But, yeah, we're getting a little deeper here. Is there any, I know this is kind of pretty quick to think about, but is there any like big struggles you guys faced, that just come to mind?
Yes.
Yes.
Like I brought it up earlier about how I was so hard on myself for basketball at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to play again.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, take us through that, because I know personally you've come to me and you're like, I don't want to play basketball again. I hate this, whatever.
yeah.
Like, how did you kind of get through that?
Well, I just kept working on it, right? Like those sessions at the Y, they really helped.
Yeah.
And guys always having my back too.
Mhm.
You, Dan, Murph especially.
Shout out Murph, man. Murph is the guy. I really hope he's watching this. I don't know if he is, but if he is, we love him.
Yeah.
We all love him.
Facts.
I'll throw up the picture of us at the Raptors game with Murph. I'll throw that up there.
Team player for sure.
Very much a
100%.
team player. The guy, honestly, tremendous basketball player. I will say that. He's very good at basketball. I would 1v1 with him almost every day in grade 11. And having him on the basketball team, even though he wouldn't get the most minutes, he would always be the most excited and hyped guy on the bench, congratulating you. Or even if you're down on yourself, he'd come over, hey man, keep shooting, like keep doing your thing. Like that is the definition of a great teammate right there. And you need a guy like that on your team, because without that, if nobody's bringing each other up, then you're just gonna all stay stagnant and you're not gonna become one, and you're gonna lose a bunch of chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anyways, like, I guess, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. I felt like I had to leave my old school because I didn't think I could make it there compared to here. But then I was like, well, I can't make it here either. So what? What am I doing? Right? But then it just kept working. And now I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, talk us through that you've had revenge games against HT in the past. Now how those went?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I remember when we beat them, that felt good.
Yeah.
But I remember I only played 40 seconds, and that kind of sucked. Like, I wanted to go in, and I couldn't, but, like, we've played them, and it's been good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had that personally where it's like a rivalry against an old team.
I wouldn't say it was a rivalry.
Not a rivalry, but for you, it's like a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's like, this team wouldn't have me on their... Like, did you try out?
I did. I got cut the first wave of cuts, and
Yeah.
there was like 2 more.
So they cut you, and then you make the opposing school's team, and you go and beat them. It's got to feel good. It's got to feel good.
On their home court, too.
On their home court, you know? And what, your sister still goes to that school,
Yeah, she does. She loves it.
She loves HT.
It's got to be a Wolf household, though.
Yeah.
She's got to move on.
I think she does. Yeah. Did you have any struggles, Dad, you want to talk about?
I'd probably say finding a career.
Mm.
I never felt like I really wanted to go to college. And this is still a current struggle, I guess, but just didn't feel like it was for me. Didn't want to spend all that money. And then I enrolled in online financial school, mostly just to get people off my back. And I'm still enrolled technically, but I'm not sure if I'm going to finish that. But then just finding sports betting, that really helped me pull through. And it's a very niche career, but
Very.
Sometimes you got to do niche things.
Yeah, finding those little pockets of profit.
Mm-hmm.
People don't think. It's like a diamond in the rough.
Exactly.
People probably think you're a professional sports bettor, and they think you're crazy.
Every time when I tell someone, I fully expect them to not believe me
Yeah.
and just think I'm a degenerate. But
That's how it goes.
you have any struggles?
Oh, thank you for asking. Struggles in my life. I struggled quite a bit. I relate to you a bit about finding a career. For the longest time, I was so stressed about... Because I know I wanted to go to university. Like, I always had great grades, stuff like that. But I was like, none of these careers are really, like, interesting me. And eventually, I found the sport media program at TMU. Shout out to all my friends there. Love TMU. But although it's not the most academic program, I felt for me, it was my passion. Sports has always been my passion. So deciding to do that, it just felt right. And it was the only program like of its kind in Canada. It was the only one I've applied to. And I got lucky enough to get in. They only accept 70 people a year. So I struggled for the longest time in grade 11, kind of, because that's where you kind of have to start deciding what you want to do. Yeah. So as I was thinking, eventually I almost made the rash decision, and I almost went to PI, to University of PI, to study statistics, because I really like math, and I thought maybe one day I could combine that, be a sports statistician. Didn't work out. I decided not to go. PI, huge contrast to Toronto. I love Toronto. It would be a completely different thing, and I don't think I'd be nearly as happy there. But
I remember that, actually. I remember you told me that.
yeah, it was something.
You would have never been this close if you went.
No, yeah, that would have been. But I mean, I struggled. It was just a big mental health thing. Like, I was like so worried about that. I'm like, I don't want to just like be a failure. Like, just thinking about the worst, because I'm an overthinker like that. Again, struggling with that. I've struggled a lot in the past with relationships and stuff like that, but probably not going to get into that here today. No. But that was a thing. I got into a rut a bit where it was just like part-time job, and I didn't have anything else to look forward to, and I was kind of getting stuck with it, especially in grade 13. I was struggling with, like, what am I doing here? Like, what is the point of all this? Like, why did I come back? Like, I still didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was like, I need to figure this out now.
Are you glad you came back?
In hindsight, yeah. And I should have enjoyed it more. I mean, at the start, I was pretty, like, out of it. I was kind of, like, mopey. There was even a time when Vanderlist called me into his office because, like, I was in such a bad mood, and he was like, you need to snap out of this. I don't care if you're, like, not wanting to be here. Like, you need to have respect for the team and, like, respect for yourself. Like, you're a smart guy. You're gonna do good things. And that was honestly when I kind of switched, and I was like, all right.
Was that basketball?
That was during basketball season, yeah. And yeah, that kind of got me out of it a bit, but I was really just kind of like, that was the turning point in your life, right? It's like you're leaving high school, and then what do you do next? But that was a lot of stress. But yeah, that's kind of my struggles, I guess.
You guys had it different too because you have so many people coming that stayed with you.
Yeah, I think it's COVID, right? And it was like right in the middle of our high school, so people were like, they wanted the extra year.
But like as for my grade, a lot of people left.
Yeah.
Like I'm grateful for like Nolan and all them for staying too, but it's not really the same.
No, yeah. It's crazy to think. We spent all this time together. What are some of the? We're kind of on a sad note there. We're on a sad note. Let's. We got any good stories of the three of us? I know we've had some great times. What is something that comes to mind?
All the like sporting events, those Raptors and Jays games, especially the one where we went to Leaf Square after.
Oh,
yeah, that was fun last year. Yeah, we went to the Jays game, and then what was it? It was
like
the
game
Bruins.
6 or game 5 or game
I think
6.
it was to send it to game 7, yeah.
And that was round 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we watched, because you know how they have the Maple Leaf Square, but we weren't in there. We were, like, behind a bit, but we could still see the TV fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
You were just yelling, "Go Boston!"
I was trying to ignite the Leafs fans.
Was that a Looney Dog night?
Yeah, and that was when I ate the 20 dogs, I think. Yeah.
And then you said that, and some guy looked back.
I said, I ate 20 Looney Dogs. The guy looks at me like I'm insane. I've never felt more ashamed of my life. That was a great time, though. What about some of the times at our parties? I know you've had some great times at the parties. I love seeing you a little bit under the influence. It's one of my favorite things. You're just a goofy guy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your first party is kind of what really brought us close together too, I think, right?
Yeah.
You remember that night?
Somewhat.
Do
you remember? Explain it for the viewers.
Well, like I got there and like it was fun. I knew all the people.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like a ton. But then as the night went on, I just got so shy. Like I talked to people who I would never have spoken to even though I'd seen them the whole year before, right?
Yeah.
And then you had another one and then just kind of blossomed from there.
I mean, that's what. Let's kind of talk about the first impressions of each other here, because you were such a shy guy, in my opinion. But I really like to see you come out of your shell, and I think you have. I think you've grown a lot.
Yeah.
But my first impression of you, besides hockey, like let's say, when we started getting close, I was like, this guy's a chill guy. I'm like, he's
just a chill guy.
He's just a goofy guy. he's just smiley. He always brings the good vibes, and yeah, that's just why I enjoyed hanging out with you a lot. But what do you think of him?
I didn't know.
Besides Christian,
yeah. Besides not knowing his name for a bit, because he had just transferred, so there's always kind of that stage. But once he started playing sports, saw that dog in him, and
that dog,
once he blossomed out of his shell, great guy.
Yeah.
Just needed to unlock his true potential.
So reversing that, what did you think of him?
I don't know. I thought he was nice. I thought he was like genius smart. Because you remember that English presentation you did?
Oh, on stage.
You put in all that work.
That was really
and I just talked about how much I hated Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we had to do TED Talks in grade 12 as like our final. Was that our final thing? I guess.
I think it was culminating.
Culminating activity.
We had to it was spread out through the whole thing.
Yeah.
You remember I left it to the very end?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we had to go in front of the class and give an entire TED talk of literally whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which was kind of sick, but...
Mine was so bad
No
because I
guidelines.
prepared it like a week before, or literally the day before.
And yours was...
Sorry,
remind
Mayo.
everyone, remind everyone what your topic was, please.
My unpopular opinions, so things that everybody likes that I like.
And what
hated.
are your unpopular opinions?
I can't remember them all. There
Wasn't one like the beach?
the beach.
Or
You
There was
don't
the
like,
beach.
You don't like cheese or
I
something.
don't like
Poutine.
cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody in Canada loves poutine, but it's so bad. Like, it's not good. Like, just put ketchup on your fries. Outer Banks, because that was when that was like super popular, and I think it's still going on. But
It's kind of overrated in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've watched it all, but it's kind of overrated.
I mean,
Especially in the later
yeah.
seasons.
I don't remember what else I said. But yeah,
Yeah.
there were some good ones though.
Wait, so
Yours
if,
was good.
if you thought I was genius level smart, does that mean I'm not anymore?
You realized you weren't as smart as you looked.
No, you're still smart, but I mean, like, sometimes I'll look over at your phone and you're just placing $400 bets, and it's like,
Guys making money.
okay, do your thing.
Do you, pal? Good grief.
What was yours on, Brady?
My the topic of my TikTok is classified and that will not be discussed on this podcast. Unfortunately. You will never get to know that. Yeah, moving on.
Just put the picture.
Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, my first impression of you, I would say, because I first met you in grade 9 gym, I think.
Yeah,
Probably my
volleyball
first
or
like
something.
impression there. I thought you were a chill guy. I thought we would get along because we were pretty similar. So we kind of did, and yeah, nothing much to it. But
Were you guys close the whole 5 years?
we had a couple like separations,
But
maybe.
like, who doesn't?
But who doesn't? I mean, yeah. And then real friends come back together. You know.
Yep.
You know, you never let anything come in between you.
Anything.
Anything.
Shout out.
No shoutouts. Yeah. What was your guys' first impression of me?
I think it was like an orientation day,
Okay.
like grade 8, and I didn't actually talk to you or anything, but I was like, "Who does this guy think he is?"
Why? What was I doing?
I don't know. I don't
I just had
remember
that
the
dog.
details, but and then once we got into grade 9, I was like, "I'm gonna prove that I'm a better athlete than this guy."
Did you
But,
complete the mission?
Did you complete the mission?
I would say we're about 50-50 on sports.
I'll give you that.
You got the more physical, but I can actually use my hands to do stuff, so.
He's good with his hands. If you take anything away from this podcast, take
Daniel
that away.
is good with his hands.
But, yeah, and then once we started playing sports together, that's when it all got started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably my first impression would have been when we started playing like ball hockey together
Yeah.
on that Terminators team.
Yeah.
I thought, I like this guy. Super nice, super kind. Just the absolute goat. And then you kind of became like my advice guy. Like even before we got close, I remember I texted you, hey, like I got a grade 12 like fitness class. Are you like in it? Because I'm worried about being in a grade 12 class by myself kind of deal. And then you were like, oh, don't worry. Like,
Yeah, I would love when you'd ask me for advice. That was awesome.
and then we'd play
I felt so
basketball
special.
all the time too. And
Yeah.
now you can't even guard me. So
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, where does this kind of leave us? Do we have anything else we want to bring up here?
don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I really do appreciate you guys coming on the podcast. First episode, I'm glad I could have you too.
Yeah, glad we could make it. I
I
always wanted to do this, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get this first episode. It's in the works. We're trying to see like what this podcast is really going to turn into, and what's the strengths of it, what's the weaknesses. So we'll play off this. So, I mean, don't judge it too much off this episode. I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to having a lot of great guests in the future. I have quite a few lined up. And I hope you like the studio so far. I'm very thankful that I could do this one in person, but we'll probably have quite a few episodes that are video call because I can't have all the guests in here with me. But for these two, I'm glad I could have them over. It was great talking to you guys again. I mean, I talk to you guys every day, but really sitting down with you guys, it was great.
Yeah.
Last thing, let me kind of send you away with a sports note here. Give me your picks for NHL and NBA championship.
NHL,
Yeah.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Unbiased opinions.
That is an
Did we get
unbiased.
your unbiased opinion?
Yeah.
Or?
I think the Stanley Cup final will be the Dallas Stars and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then I do believe the Maple Leafs will win. But NBA then?
Yeah, give me your final pick for that.
NBA, I think it will be OKC, obviously. There's no way. They're a super team. But I think the Celtics are frauds slightly. But I think they will make the finals.
I honestly, I slightly agree with you there. I mean, I do really like the Cavs. They did lose game one, but I think they weren't playing terrible. They didn't have Darius Garland.
I mean, the Celtics lost game one as well.
Celtics lost game one too, yeah. I think the Knicks are terrible,
stronger
though.
team than the Pacers are.
I
wouldn't necessarily say that. I don't think the Knicks are, like,
no, they're
crazy.
No.
Tyrese Halliburton, can't stand him.
It's just the Pacers don't have a star, but they play so good as a team that they made it this far. Like, their best guy, okay, Tyrese Halliburton.
Gotta love Siakam.
Siakam, like, it's not like a big name guy like a Giannis or like a
Very
Jokic.
Wolves soccer-esque.
Very. Yeah. So you said what? Thunder, Celtics, and Thunder win?
Yeah.
I like that. Gates?
Okay. So it'll be Dallas in the finals because, like I said, huge Dallas guy.
Dallas Stars,
Kind of
yeah.
turned into a huge Rantanen guy.
Yeah.
I like Johnston a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Johnston or Johnson, I don't know.
White Johnson.
Wyatt Johnson.
Wayne Johnson? I think so, yeah.
Shout out Sam Steele.
I can't
Makes it
stand
worse.
Jamie Benn, but he's the
He's-
only guy
I don't know how he's
like.
still on that team.
Have you
He's been
heard the
there for, like-
allegations about him?
No, what is his
Oh.
allegations?
That's for another
That's for another time.
Anyways, I am a Leafs fan too, but like I think Florida's a much stronger team. So, what is the other series?
Capitals, Hurricanes.
That's
Okay,
a
yeah,
weak
it's gonna be
series.
That's what I'm
Dallas.
saying.
It's gonna be Dallas and Florida,
Dallas and Florida.
and then Dallas will probably win in like
So what?
6 or 7.
Okay.
And then NBA, like I already said, I think the Celtics will repeat just because they're like such a
Yeah.
strong core. It'll probably be Oklahoma in the finals. I don't know who else would like compete with them.
Yeah.
Curry's not gonna go.
No.
Timberwolves aren't strong enough, I don't think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, I think NHL wise, Jets don't look good, so Stars will win that, and then the other series. I think Vegas. Is gonna go to the final. I think they'll end up beating Dallas, and then
Hot take.
honestly, I will give you this. I think whoever wins the Leafs Panthers series goes to the Cup. So if the Leafs end up winning, then I think they'll go to the Cup. But I think the Panthers beat them. So I'm gonna say Panthers, Golden Knights Cup. Give me the Panthers in 7.
If the Leafs make it to the Cup,
If
do
the
you
Leafs make it to the Cup, they could probably beat Vegas. 100%.
Okay.
I think the East is... Those two teams are good, but I don't think Capitals, Hurricanes are any good. But anyways, NBA. On the East side, I would like to say Cavs, but Celtics have the championship pedigree, the experience. And Donovan Mitchell's never made it out of the second round, so we'll say the Celtics. And then we'll go Thunder will win. I think the T-Wolves will make that a pretty good series. So I don't think the Warriors stand a chance. But so we'll say Thunder, Celtics. We all picked Thunder, Celtics. I'll go Thunder to win as well. You mean Thunder in like 6. Yeah. So we can clip that. I mean, if one of our predictions comes true, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Everyone placed their parlays.
Yeah, which probably is now. But thank you guys for tuning in. We wrapped that up with sports at the end. You know, sports is our main goal here, but we love to get into the deep talks because everybody has a story, and I really want to hear that. So that's going to do it for episode 1 of Locked and Loaded. Make sure you come back where the chats are locked. No, the chats are loaded and we're always locked. See you later.